me to discuss this Castro problem. Let me offer the assistance of the United States in overthrowing him.
Of course. I will gladly accept the United States' help, and I have a group of Cuban exiles willing to partake in your plan. I suggest we have a daytime landing in the city of Trinidad.
I don't think that would be a good idea. It would probably provoke the Soviets.
Then what do you suggest we do?
We should have a nighttime raid on Playa Girón and send in the Air Force, bomb everything, and set up a provisional government by the CIA.
I think I can agree to that, but can we not bomb everything? I would like to be left with the country.
That can be arranged.
I hate those damn Americans.
Really? Me too.
Oh, here, my friend, comrade.
Gracias, senor.
Aren't you one of those communist dictators?
Yes, that's me. I am of the Cuban race. The Americans have tried to invade Cuba and the Bay of Pigs, and we need the Russians' help. They have installed nuclear weapons in Turkey. Mind helping us?
Sure, I have a few extra nuclear missiles hanging around Russia, you know.
Sounds like a plan.
Now remember, Castro, you only get these weapons if you remain communist with me. The more communist countries against those capitalist pigs in America, the better.
See, comrade, after invading my Cuba's airspace, I will gladly accept the Soviet Union's help.
Good, good. This will be the closest ever Soviet Union ever be close to scaring the living crap out of those Americans.
The Soviet Union has installed enough nuclear weapons on Cuba to blow up half of our country. Actually, probably the entire country. But don't worry. Our plan to take back Cuba in an event called the Bay of Pigs may have failed, but my generals and myself are working towards a solution to protect the U.S. and specifically Florida. The weather there is nice this time of year. Anyways, the world may seem like it is on the brink of starting World War III, but stay calm and we will do our best to prevent that from happening. Let the XCOM meeting begin.
Mr. President, we have to do something about the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yes, what do you propose we do, General Roberts?
My plan is to completely obliterate Cuba off the map by using our military's new nuclear weapons. What's a couple explosions here or there?
Yeah, I kind of promised the Americans that we wouldn't use any nuclear weapons or start a nuclear war, so that's probably not a good idea.
Well, definitely. We can't use nuclear weapons. As you said, it would cause panic to the American public.
I suggest that we put a blockade right there, on Cuba, and then we try and convince the Soviets to disarm all their nuclear missiles in Cuba. We'd probably have to disarm our ones in Turkey as well.
And that's why you're the president. I'll get this plan rolling.
To the Soviet leader Khrushchev, it has come to my attention and the attention of the terrified civilians living in Florida that you have armed Cuba. We have photographs received through flying over the airspace of Cuba, and we will hold them as proof if you deny it. They are dangerously close, and I ask that you remove them. If you do so, we shall take out our weapons in Turkey as it is the equivalent. Formally, the President of the United States.
To the President of the United States, I fully accept the fact that we have installed nuclear weapons in tanks in Cuba. Since you propose that you will remove your weapons in Turkey, I guess we can agree. The Prime Minister of Soviet Russia, Nikita Khrushchev.
Hey, so we've agreed with the Soviets that we'll remove our weapons from there. Please get on that, thanks. The Soviets are kind of impatient. We don't want to upset them. I mean, hey, they're red with anger. See what I did there? Yeah? Never mind.
Comrade, we will remove our nuclear weapons from your country. Do not worry about the Americans, though. They have signed a deal that will prevent the attack on Soviets in Russia.
But what about Cuba? Hello?
Let it be known that on July 25th, 1963, we both signed the Limited Nuclear Test Ban Treaty.
Yes, so it is agreed that there will be no nuclear weapon testing in the atmosphere, underwater, or in outer space. This way we don't get in the incident again where you Americans launch a test rocket and almost get us in the nuclear war, because we Russians are very impulsive.
Sorry about that. Even though we terrified the citizens of Florida, the U.S., and even probably the whole world, we signed this treaty so that we could prevent World War III and be on better terms.
Deal.
What?